What is going on, lads? It's yours truly, Smith Alexander. I finally made it to an architectural phenom, a world-renowned building by the great Antoni Gaudi. This structure behind me is well known across the universe of the industry of architecture and just the world, period. You don't have to be a structural engineer, an architect, or a designer to appreciate this building behind me. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm standing on, I feel like this is the precipice of just architecture that is way, way, way ahead of its time. I'm gonna walk the grounds. I'm going to, I guess, feel what Gaudi felt when he was designing. Every architect or every designer knows that feeling when they create, when they know that it's something great, something that they've built or something that they've designed that will be revered across centuries, across ages, across generations. So let's go inside and check it out. You have to revere and you have to think about what exactly went through the mind of Gaudi when he designed this. Like, what exactly was he thinking? Where did his inspiration come from? Were these visions, were these momentous visuals that he saw and he just, scribbled it and sketched it? What was his working process? I think all of these questions are what goes through a designer's mind when they see a structure like this, aesthetically. This is a story, it's a pattern, it's a language. I think as you walk these grounds, you begin to ask yourself, what exactly went through Gaudi's mind when he actually designed a structure like this? It's absolutely amazing. What was his patterns? Because this is an architectural language. When you see this building, it's a representation of a man who was in deep thought. This is an obsession. This is not even just architecture. This is a man who contextually, I guess, thrived and put himself in a place where he had to think beyond his time. So what does that mean from an architectural perspective? the Passion Towers, and what I can tell you here is that it's extremely high up, about 65 meters from the ground, and the view to outside, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just absolutely amazing. This is definitely the tallest structure in the city, at least from this point, and it's really, really beautiful. You can see like the depth and the thickness within the towers, and I think it's about 5 blocks that I see here. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think one of the things to note here is how from the ground this all looks so much different. When you're actually up there, you can actually experience the detail. As I zoom in, you can see that this is all just stonework. So I think when you actually come up here, you begin to understand that from the ground, this looks so much different. Like when you actually visualize it in, I guess, up close and personal, you really begin to understand that this is completely just stonework. It's a deceptive way of design, and I feel like deception in architecture is the best thing. Deception and gesture. So as I stand here, I'm beginning to understand that Antoni Gaudi used architecture as an expression in the highest form. I believe that personally, he wanted to tell a story, and this architecture was his language. The way he expressed himself architecturally within this building is absolutely, absolutely inspiring. I mean, when you see this level of detail, when you see that it is like for us to understand the thought process behind an architect who put a space like this together. Like, what exactly was he thinking? What mode of psyche was he in? What was his mindset? It's very, 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 very important. So, this is beautiful. I'm standing here inside of the Sagrada Familia, and this space is absolutely amazing. I mean, pictures, as professional as they are, they just don't do it any justice. I think every individual must experience the space from a personal, direct perspective. You have to come here and actually walk the grounds, do the audio guide tour. It's extremely, extremely beneficial towards like understanding exactly what Gaudi and pretty much every architect pretty much designed the space, what they were thinking. It's just so beautiful. I've been here for 3 to 4 hours and I'm just still walking around in awe, just trying to understand exactly how everything was put together. Good stuff. Guys, so I just finished walking the Sagrada Familia, and I'm trying to put my thoughts into words that you guys can understand, because I think first and foremost what Antoni Gaudi was able to do with this particular project and this building is to create his own architectural language and to put together an ideology, a concept that can actually become pragmatic, functional, an ideal, a building, an architectural structure that could be revered as the single building that represents the entirety of Jesus Christ. Literally everything inside this building represents life, represents Jesus Christ, represents the Trinity, all the apostles, everything in this building. It's almost like an architectural representation of the gospel. You know, and I think that as a designer, as an architect myself, the first question that I ask is, what was Gaudi's design process, right? What was he thinking?